A lot of these drills are given numbered names when they're going through them, like a 4 count, 5 count, 6 count and so on, and some of them have different names to go along with that. We're going to start off very basic in what we call an open guard. What we mean by that is we're going to be standing with both hands like this facing our partners. Now the other ways you can do it would be like closed right across here or possibly down like this for the different drills that you do. But first of all, just start off with the very easy ones, straight like this. Now the first ones we're going to do is a 4 count. Now we're going to be facing like our partner here, and we're going to do strikes high and low. Now when we practice it, what we try and do is to aim for the end of the stick here. So it's better when you're going through the drills if you miss the stick with your partner rather than getting too close down to then whacking onto the fingers. I mean, you can actually buy gloves, even not proper Eskrima gloves. You can buy different types of gloves that will give protection, you know, on the fingers if you wanted to like get a little bit more serious with it. But the strikes that we're going to do, the first drill we're going to do is a 4 count. So we're going to strike high, starting off with the right hand, and then low. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change our stance so our lead leg goes forward, and then we're going to go high and then low with the second hand. So it's called a 4 count. So we're going 1, 2, swapping stance, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So obviously you're looking at people starting to get used to the movement. You don't want anything too complicated straight away, and then as soon as you're getting onto this, then you can start adding the other ones on. So the 4 count to start off with, nice and simple. So we start off with the lead leg, the starting leg. We're going to hit with the right hands first, so the right leg is in front. So it goes up 1, 2, then swapping, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then you can get, once you get nice and smooth with that and you feel that you can do it, then you can speed it up a little bit. So we'll go a little bit faster on the 4 count. And then back slow again. Okay, now obviously when you're doing this drill and you're partnering them up, we do this quite a lot in line races with the kids. So we would say have 2 or 3 or 4, depending on how many kids you had in the class, instructors standing with the sticks, and we would have lines of kids down the bottom end of the hall, and we would have other sticks lying on the floor. Usually we would use foam ones, not rattan ones like this. Now the kids would run up, pick the foam Eskrima sticks up, and they would do the 4 count with the instructor, drop the sticks down, run back and touch the partner's hand, and then they come up and do the same. And we do it as a race like that. So in other words, it's like taking the safety into it, so that if anyone's going to get the hands whacked, it's going to be with a foam stick, which isn't going to cause any damage, and it's also going to be the instructor's hand, not the kids. With the adults though, I mean, you know, we can trust them to be more careful. Still needs a lot of supervision when you're using weapons. But they can generally do these drills themselves. But it's a good warm-up drill as well for the kids to be using the sticks a little bit in the warm-ups, getting them running backwards and forwards, you know, so you can sort of be, you know, different with it and sort of like you're getting rid of your repetition, disguising your repetition. Now from that 4 count we're going to move on to the 5 count. It's very, very similar. Starts with the open guard again, and it starts with, well, exactly the same. We're going 1, 2, and this comes across 3, but then we bring this across to the shoulder, so we'll actually end up with 2 sticks on the same shoulder, and we're going to go both of these 4 and 5 strikes go low, 4 and 5. So I'll show you this facing the camera. So we're starting off the same. Open guard, and we'll go high and low, and then high, coming back to the shoulder and going down low with the last 2 strikes. And from here we would step again. 1, 2, 3, over to the shoulder, 4 and 5, both low. Notice how I'm lifting this stick back up when I'm doing my 5th strike, so that I could continue again for the next set. Alright, so if we do this together then nice and slowly. So going 1, 2, swapping stance 3, bringing it to the shoulder, and we go low 4 and 5. We keep this stance because this is still our leg on this side. Okay, so we're going to start that again. We go 1, 2, 3 to the shoulder, 4, 5. You notice both of the sticks have been lifted, so we can go straight back in to that 5 count drill. Okay, now we're going to do this a little bit faster, and then what we're going to do is we're going to swap it because we're actually starting with the right hand here. So then we're going to start with the left hand. It makes it slightly different, and you can do this putting the two together. This is quite challenging. So we'll just do the normal from the start with the right hand. We'll do it like a little bit faster on the 5 count. Okay. Okay, now what we'll do is we're going to change it and start with the left hand, which does make it totally different. So before we started with the right hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to start with the left, we're going to have the left leg forward and go 1, 2, 3. Now this one comes to the shoulder, 4, 5. So it's coming from the other side. So we get them to learn it on both sides by itself. So we do it from the right lead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we do it from the left lead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can actually be swapping it and doing right, left in the same drill. That is quite a challenge, so it takes some time for them to get settled into that, but once they can do it, I mean, it is a good drill. So we'll do it right and left. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this one we're going to bring around across the front of our faces to start. For the first hit on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we want to repeat the drill again, we bring this one back across the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it around to start again on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to show that now, starting off with the right lead, and then we're going to do it very slowly. So we're going to go right then left, right then left. So we'll start with the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've hit that 5. So we bring it around the face and hit here. Starting, this is number 1 on the left hand. 1, 2, 3, comes over to the shoulder, 4 and 5 are both low. Then we bring this around to the face. This is going to bring us to the beginning again. This is the right lead now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it around for the left lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we're going to do that like slightly faster and then build it up a little bit, just so you can see it. Okay, so we step this way a tiny bit. Alright, so the right lead is going to start. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we'll go a little bit faster. And one more time we're going to do that slow, starting off with the right lead. 1, 2, 3, onto the shoulder. Right, left is the way it goes down, and then left lead comes back up. 1, 2, 3, over to the shoulder, and then left, right for that 5 count. The next drill we're going to do is a 6 count. Now the 6 count, even though it has more hits in, is actually more simple than the 5 count, because the 5 count is swapping sides in a more difficult way. On the 6 count, we start off again with the right hand. You can do it either way, but it's too simple really to like try and overcomplicate it. We're going to go high, low, and then high again, bringing that stick back. And then repeat exactly the same with the left hand. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not as complicated as the 5 count. A lot of the times we actually show them the 4, which is like the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 6 count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because it's easier to do, and then we go on to do the 5 count. There is lots of different 5s which we are going to show you again later, but the first 5 count we show them, like I say, is more complicated than the 6, so we start off with 4, 6, and then 5. So now we're going to go over the 6 count with a partner. The 6 count with the partner, okay, we're going to start off with the right hand. We have the right leg forward again. So it's high, low and high on one stick. So it's 1, 2, 3, swap and stance, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is quite a simple basic drill. So we're going to get like a little bit faster with this one, just to show you it, and then do it again a little bit slower. So a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's showing you the 6 count with a partner as well. What we're going to show you now is how to actually chain or put all of the drills together. So the way that we work is we actually do, once we've started to get everybody comfortable with doing 4 and 5 and 6 by themselves, is to run it through 4, 5, 6. So facing obviously a partner, if you imagine, starting off with the right hand, the right lead, on the 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then immediately we go on to a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then immediately we swap to the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in the middle, if you wanted to challenge them a bit more and they were getting a little bit better at it, you could do the 5 count from both sides as we showed you before. So I'll show you how to do that. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 is the 4 count. Then the right lead 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then to swap it over, you bring it around the face again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from here, if you were going to continue with the 5 drill, you bring it around the face, but we're going to just do the 6 drill. So we brought it around the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 2 different ways of doing it. A straight 4, 5, 6, or you can go 4, 5, 5, 6. So I'm going to do 4, 5, 6 and then 4, 5, 5, 6 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we'll do 4, 5, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, we're going to bring this round the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can do 4, 5, 6 or 4, 5, 5, 6 and chaining it together. So these are all the basic drills. These are all like pretty on the same level of drills. So that's why we chain all these ones together before we go on to do the 7s and the 8s, and then what we call the highs and lows as well, which are, because you've got to swap over sides quite a bit, are a little bit more challenging. So once we've got the 4 and the 5 and the 6, then we chain it together and get them all comfortable and smooth with that, and then we move on to the next challenge. We'll get this down first. Now what we're going to do is go over the chaining it together 4, 5, 6 and 4, 5, 5, 6 with a partner. So we start off with the 4, 5, 6, the straight through one. So we're in the right stance, right lead, and the right stick goes first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now once you've done that, you go straight back to the beginning again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll do that one just a little bit faster, going through the 4, 5 and 6. Okay, go. And back one more time slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what we'll do is we'll do the 4, 5 on the right, 5 on the left, and then the 6. Like I said, it's a little bit more challenging swapping sides that way, but if they're picking it up, then it gives them that little bit more fun and interest to challenge them a little bit further. So the 4, 5, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Around the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have to come around the face again for the 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're in that position immediately to swap your stance to the right lead. Okay? And then you go straight on to do the 4, 5, 5, 6 again. A little bit closer. Okay, so 4, 5, 5, 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Changing for the 5. 4, 5. Changing for the 6. And now we'll do that 4, 5, 6 slightly faster. Okay, so that was a 4, 5, 5, 6. Now you might have noticed there was a good example, a couple of times where we didn't actually strike the sticks. So we're missing the stick as we're going through the drill. But you don't stop and start to go back and correct it because your movements are the same. As I say, we're trying to hit the tip of the stick, so sometimes it's going to miss. Far better to be doing that than thinking I want a chunky hit and smash the fingers. So anytime you do hit, but remember, as we said before, just carry on the drill. Don't like sort of go back, stop. So because you're in the mid flow of it like that, it's flowing very well. Even if you miss the stick, it's good to continue because you've got your coordination going anyway. The next number drill we're going to go on to is the 7 count. This is slightly more challenging than 4, 5 and 6. They are doing quite some changeover on the side that we attack from. But it is a good fun drill, and it's nice when you can get the speed going with it as well. So we're going to try and do it first of all facing straight ahead. So if you imagine you're facing your partner, this time you're going to have the right stick is going to be down on the right leg, it's down low, and the left stick is going to be on the right shoulder, so they're both coming from the right. And we're starting off with a low strike first. So the drills come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the last two are with the same stick. The last two, 6 and 7, are with the same stick. So we're going 1, which we pull back and hit high 2, which we're going to cross over and come high with this one 3, which in reality we've actually, if you look at it, we've changed just to the opposite side. So now we're going to go 4 and 5, which is exactly the same way, and then 6, okay, which is literally doing 3 strikes on there and 3 strikes on the left, which is the same, and we just turn that around to do the 7. We call that a whittick hit. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we can do this on this right side, or we can do this on the left side to start. So this way, you know, we did the 5 and 5 left and right, we can do the 7 left and right as well. And it starts off low with the left hand instead of starting off low with the right hand. And then you can swap them over and get them, which we'll show you with partners, and it makes it a far more exciting, challenging drill if you're doing it both sides, one after the other, so it flows. So on this one we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now what I'll do is I'll actually go through and I'll do both sides. When we're doing the last 2 hits, 6 and 7, it means you cut all the way through, because when you're hitting the stick, the last hit, the same stick has to do the first hit for the next side. I'll show you what I mean. So we're in the right lead, so we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice I've changed stance because I'm going to come into a left lead. Now I've done number 7 hit, number 7, and it comes round as number 1 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 comes all the way back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, cuts all the way through to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this again will cut all the way through to carry on. Okay, so that might look a little bit complicated, and it can take a little bit to get through that, but that's good, you know, it's a challenge for yourself, it's a challenge for your students, but once they start to get that little bit and they're getting better and better and better, it builds up the confidence, the hand and eye coordination is getting better all the time, and it's great fun as well for both kids and adults. Everybody that we train in our schools, you know, they do love the drills. Now we're going to show you doing that 7 count with a partner. So we're going to do it from the right and from the left leads, as I had showed you before. So we start off with the right stick down the right leg and the left stick on the right shoulder. This is our right lead. So it starts off with the low strike 1, pulls back, 2, cuts through, 3, goes to the other side. Now if you notice, that's us just changed completely to the opposite side. 4 is the same as 1, pulls back, 5 is the same as 2, cuts right through, 6 and 7 is the 2 hits with a single stick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we'll do that a little bit faster, and then we'll show it from the other side. So this is the 7 count, starting with the right lead, and this will be done fast. Okay. So it's good coordination that you can see coming in. So now what we'll do is we're going to swap it to the other side now. So we'll have left lead, left stick down the left leg, and then the right stick on the left shoulder. So you're getting the exact same drill but from the opposite side. So we have 1, which pulls back, 2, which cuts through high, 3 cuts through high to go over the other shoulder, and that's us swapped over again. So we start off with the low hit for number 4, 5 cuts through there, and then we have our 2 hits, 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's just the same, but we're doing it from like you're starting with the left hand, the left lead. 1, pulling back, 2, through, 3 to the shoulder, so you're the opposite stance. 4 low, pulls back just the same. 5 is cutting through, and then we have our 6, 7, which if we return is back to the beginning. So now we'll do this just a little bit faster, which is the 7 count still, but on the left lead. Okay. Now once you can get the hang of doing it from the right lead and then from the left lead, now you can start having a little bit more fun with it, challenging with it, and actually do it so that you cut through, as I had showed you from the front, doing the 7 count on both sides. So it'll probably make more sense when you see it with the sticks than it does just looking at me doing it from the front. So we start off with the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But on this one, you hit the 7, it's got to cut all the way through to come back for its first hit on the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cuts all the way through. So you're starting again from the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way through again. Okay, we'll do that a couple more times nice and slowly, and then we'll speed it up. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, cuts right the way through. Now we're in our left lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, cuts right the way through, so it brings us back to our right lead again. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you can speed the drills up, and that's how it starts to get, a lot of fun. And what we do as well, and once we've got the students, kids and adults there getting with 7, and there's a lot of the kids can get the 7. Remember using the foam stick so it's nice and soft if they do accidentally strike their fingers. We chain it together, we can go 4, 5, 6, 7, or 4, 5, 5, swapping the sides, remember, 6, 7, 7, swapping the sides. So that's a big chain, which we'll actually go through like in a little while and show you. And then the drill after this one is the 8 count, which we're going to show you right now. That 8 count, just if you imagine I'm facing the partner. Now we start off with the closed stance, exactly the same way as we do the 7 count. So we'll have the right stick down the right leg and the left stick on the right shoulder. Now with the 7 count roll we started off with a low hit, and with the 8 count we start off with a high hit. So we're going to hit high with the first one. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now to start again on this drill, we're going to have to turn the stick for similar to the tick. And do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll go from the other side, we're going to start on the left lead, we'll go left high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So turn that one again for the first hit. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so what we do is we actually do it so that we can cut through when we're doing, you know, when we showed you we did the 7 count and we're cutting through, we do the same with the 8 count as we do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you would turn to start on 1, okay, but we actually swap it over. So we would do the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if you notice when we do the starting off this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to continue 8 with that one, alright, we'll just turn the stick, but we've kept this, pull this one back to start again. So it does make it quite complicated, but it's the same thing. I mean, once the students are getting through this, and you've got to challenge them, you've got to keep it interesting, they can't keep doing the 6 count all the time, you've got to have different things for them to do, and it pushes the boundaries. You want to get them better at the hand and eye coordination. So changing that over to do the 8 count is quite a challenge. And then once you start doing that and you've got it with the 5s and the 7s and the 8s, I mean, it looks great when you can do it, but it is quite a challenge for them. But you know, once they get it and they feel great about it, it's exciting, and you're really enhancing their hand and eye coordination skills as well. So it's brilliant for all types of martial arts to be using the sticks as well to enhance your own art. Now we're going to show you going through the 8 count with a partner. So it started off, as we said, similar to the 7, or the same to the 7. The right stick down the right leg and the left stick on the right shoulder. So we're coming from the right side in both times. Now number 7, we started off low, but number 8, we actually start off high. So the count goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with the same stick, 6, 7, 8. So the 8 is your last hit on that stick, but it's also the beginning hit, so we'll have to turn it for the number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to do it from the other side, starting slowly from the other side. So we start off with the high strike, 7 will be the low, and number 8 is with the high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, there we turn it again because number 8 is the last hit, is also the first hit. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, the same hit, 6, 7, 8. Now we're at the end and the beginning again, as we say. Believe it or not, we actually find doing this faster is easier than doing it slower and trying to demonstrate. Once it's sort of like built into the coordination, your muscle memory maybe, I don't know, but it just seems to be easier. Now we're going to do it reasonably slowly to swap it over. So we're going to do right, left leads. So we're going to start off with the right one, the high strike, remember as it starts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now look how I've pulled this back here now, because we're going to start off now with the left lead. So if we look at it, 1, right, it's just as if it has come from there. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we've pulled this one back again because we want to swap sides again. So now, as we swap this over, we're now in that position as if it had just come from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to do that a little bit faster, going through the right lead and then the left lead, and try and swap it over for you. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to chain together all the way through 4s, 5s, 6, 7, and 8. I mean, you can take this as far as you want it in a chain, I mean, like that. So you could do, say, like the 4, and then the 5, 5, left, right, left, the 6, and then the 7, 7, and then the 8, 8. And then on top of that, okay, we've got the next set of drills that we have, the highs and the lows, which we're going to go over as well. It could go on and on and on. You know, so there's always something new for them to be doing, trying to chain different ones together. So, you know, it's a fantastic art for learning most things, but gaining that coordination. So we'll do the 8 again, a little bit faster, swapping it over for you. Okay, swap sides, so starting off with the right, with the high strap, okay? Okay, so I mean, obviously that can look quite complicated, but we've shown it doing it slowly as well. But that's, once you get in the flow of that, it's great for cardio workouts as well. Your arms are flying around, your heart's beating there, you're breathing, you know, so it's an excellent thing to get cardio workouts with as well. What we're going to show you now is the chain putting together 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. You don't have to put these together. I mean, you can just have the kids or the students going through the drills number 4s, and then like another day number 5s, and another day 6s. But it is good to get them, you know, strung together. Definitely on 7 and then on 8, you want to get them really just doing that on its own until they've really got the hang of it before you mix it with other stuff, because it is quite a challenge, that one. What we're going to do, what we're going to show you first is just the normal 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 without swapping sides, you know, doing 5, 5 and 7, 7 and 8, 8. And then after we'll go over that one as well. Okay? But first of all, nice and slowly, we're going to go through 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're starting in the open guard for number 4. As you've seen on all the other drills, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 7 comes from low, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now on this one, the number 7 hit, it's the same thing as the beginning of number 8. So you can do anything you want with it really, but what we do is to just leave the stick as it is. So we've done 6, 7, alright, so we're going to go on to do the second hit of number 8. And I mean, it does make it easier. I know that sounds daft, but it does make it easier. So we're going to go from there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now from here, you've come to this side, so you immediately change your stance, and it's the 4 count again. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it's also the first hit of 8 if you like. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Straight over. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you notice, as I was counting it, I missed off that, the number 1 for the 8. It does make it a little bit easier to do, if it makes sense. But you could do something different if you liked. So say we had done that 7 count, and done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you can take it all the way around your head, okay, what we call an umbrella hit, to go and hit for the first one of 8. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll do that one more time, just as a different drill if you wanted to do it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goes all the way around for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're back to number 4. But it's just the way that we've been practicing it and drilling it, and I personally like it. We do change it now and again when I want to challenge them, and obviously, and it does, because we've been trying it so much for so long, for some way it totally knocks them. So that's a good way of like challenging your advanced students, okay? Now we'll go through that chain 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just straight forward without changing over, and then we'll try and do it changing over. Okay? back to the 1 for the start of the 4. Now we're going to show you the chain, putting the 4 and the 5 each side, the 6, the 7 each side and the 8 each side together. Obviously you've got it broken down already now. You've got the 4s by themselves, 5s and 6 and 7 and 8, all individual and shown each side as well. So, you know, if you can get your students to go through those little bits, I mean, all great fun drills, puts a little bit of variety in the class, you know, that's what we need, you know, keeping people interested, a little bit of variety. And like I say, it's brilliant for hand-eye coordination. But if they can get all them, then, you know, it's just the next step up to chain it all together in that way. So we're going to go over it slowly first, and then we'll do like a little bit smoother. Okay, so starting from the beginning on the 4. And the 5. 5 on the side. And 6. And 7. On the side 7. And then we're going on to the 8. And now we're going to chain it all together, going a little bit smoother. And there you're at the beginning for 4. Okay, obviously that's flying through there, putting it all together, obviously looking confusing. But if you could put something like that together, you know, once you've got them all going through it, you've got some really good looking stuff to put in for demonstrations and things as well. You know, great hand-eye coordination. Getting fast like that, it does look pretty good on their demonstrations. The next drill we're going to show you is putting a few different things together called cob is what it's called. We start off with the open stance, and what we're going to do is we're going to do like X's high. So we're going to go like 1, 2. Imagine the sticks hitting each other together, making like that X, like that. So go 1, 2, 1, 2. Then once you've done it up high, we're going to do it down low the same. 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we're going to do that 6 count that we had shown you before. We call it a standard 6. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what we do is we have chops that come in. We'll go 2 high, and then 2 in the middle. But when we do it, we bend the sticks. You can't have your sticks straight like that, or you're going to hit each other's fingers. So there, and then 2 low, like that. So it's like the chops in, high, middle, and low. And then it starts off again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The standard 6 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we chop in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, nice and simple, but it's different from the drills that you have been doing, and you know, you can put that into a drill by itself or chain it together. And then we're going to show you how to do that cob with a partner. So now we'll show you that cob with a partner. So we start off with the open guard, and we have the X's that we said that we're doing high, and then we did them low. A lot of people call them doing like figure 8s when they do them, okay? So, you know, you might hear that, so whichever way you think. So, we're doing the figure 8 high and the figure 8 low. Okay? And then the standard 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have our chops in. We do 2 high, and then 2 in the middle, but remember we bend the sticks, we don't have them straight, and now you can see you're going to hit the fingers. So 2 in the middle, and 2 low. Okay, and then we'll be back to the beginning. and that's Hobcob. Quite a nice drill. The younger students I find quite like that drill, because it is a challenge to them, but it's not like, you know, going too far with it. The next set of techniques that we're going to show you is, some people call it heaven, or heaven and earth, or heaven six, and earth six, and things like that. Other people just call them highs and lows. Sinawali drills is a name that is related to all of the double stick drills. So you'll hear lots of different terms like that. Some people call it Eskrima and Kali. You know, it's all related to the same kind of Filipino martial arts. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a closed guard. So the right leg is forward, the right hand comes on top of the shoulder, and the left hand goes under the shoulder. You'll see a lot of pictures of Filipino artists like this. So we're going to do what we call the highs or the heavens. So it's called heaven because you're pointing the sticks to heaven. And they're all well, what we're going to do now are all sixes. So this comes across one, and as I describe it, I tell them you're changing your shoulder. And then two, and I tell them that you're going to load it up for your next hit. And three, we tell them to bring back. Now if you notice, we've actually just changed the other side. So now we're going to have 3 hits coming from the left side, but it's exactly the same 3 hits. So that one changes the shoulder, 2, load it up for that hit, and then your 3 comes back again. So the heaven drills that we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it is quite a challenge because you're changing the side of the body all the time as they're going over, you know, and coordination wise some people can find that quite difficult. So it is a good drill to be challenging them. And that is all high. Now we're going to show you sort of like high, then high, low, 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 all low, and then low, and low, high. So you can actually be going up and down all the time. Again, it takes quite a good deal of coordination for this, especially going highs and lows. So for the foam sticks that you can get from a lot of the suppliers nowadays, it could be a good bet, for, you know, if you're dealing with the younger students. Maybe even with the adults, if you're looking, if you're finding it a struggle to be coordinated. Maybe even if I had 2 sets, a foam pair and a rattan pair, you know, for when they start to feel better. Now we're going to show you that heaven or all high with a partner. So we're starting off in that closed stance. Okay, so the first one we're going to hit, remember we're changing shoulder. 1, change your shoulder. 2, load it up. 3, bring it back under. So we're on the opposite stance now. Change shoulder, load it up, and bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what you've got to do when you're working with the students is to make sure that they are pulling the sticks back. So they're not like hitting and keeping the sticks here. Okay? Because although it looks like it's working, you will get tangled up. And that's not right anyway. You want it to be so it's like a big hit and you're bringing them back. Okay? So the heaven 6 or high, whichever one you want to call it, all pointing up as much as you can. Remember, we're looking to hit the tips of the stick as much as possible, avoiding the fingers. Alright? Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to show the going high and low with the sticks. So we're in the same kind of stance as we were with all high. So we did all high, we showed that. Okay, now we can do it going high and low and high and low and high. Okay, or you could even do it high and low, high and low, or low, low and low and low. It's the same thing. I'm always returning to this stance. But when you're doing it high and low, obviously, again, you're looking at a greater challenge for coordination. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're going to show it with a partner as well. We're going to go like high, low, high, and then the low ones as well, just to give you a chance to see that, so you can practice it. And then you can mix it up and change it around in as many ways as you wanted to. So now we'll move on to doing the 6 counts, the highs and the lows, or heavens and the earths, and we're just going to mix them up a little bit, and then to show you ways where you can actually start inventing a little bit yourself as well. So we did all the highs, so we'll do that again, and then we're going to go high, low, high, high, low, high. Okay, it's still a 6 count, and they're all done in 6s. Similar to that. Okay, so high, low, high we're doing. So we're going to do that just a little bit faster. Okay, now what you can do is you can put it on, do high and 2 low as well. So I'm just giving you different variants of it. So we're going to go high and then 2 low like that. High and 2 low. And then you can, as I showed you standing forward, you can do it all low. Okay, now notice how it's come back to that stance again. Okay, and back to that stance. So just doing it all low, it's the same thing. Okay, now what I do as well, imagine, okay, you want to do it with the students and they're starting to get good at doing so, like all high. So then I'll tell you what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to start moving around in a circle. So you get to go and they're moving around in a circle with each other. So as you do it, and then change direction. Okay, and then I get it where they can, go. One of them's going to go down on the knees and then come back up again. So I'll go down on my knees. So go onwards, going down. And coming back up again, and then taking turns. It's just, challenging them a little bit there, recognition, disguising the repetition, and you're working on all those drills. So you can see now how many different ways you can do the highs and the lows and mixing it all up like that. It's the same 3 hits from one side, 3 hits from the other, making the 6 counts and the Sinawali's. But I mean, there's so many various ways that you can do it. The drills could go on and on and on, and keeping your kids and your adults challenged, but also giving them a lot of variety in the classes whenever you want to put it in. Keep that interest going. We need to maintain interest to keep the students training with us longer.